So this is my first time actually watching a full power slap competition stream, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, here's what it is. You got women, men slapping the shit out of each other. There's 3 rounds. And I'm going to break down the rules for you. By the way, that's former UFC fighter John Dodson's wife. And that is Paige VanZant, who I think is a masochist. From UFC to BKFC, bare knuckle, now slapping bitches up in, what do they call that stage? TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Let's listen to the scorecards and I'll explain how this bizarre sport works.
That was from that second shot.
Is it even a sport? Like, can you call this a sport? Look what she did to her face. By the way, I'm watching this live on Rumble. Remember, Power Slap had a deal on broadcast TV on TBS, I believe it was. And now they are on a streaming app called Rumble. Here's the card. By the way, I'm going to show you a sick knockout from the very first fight, this one right here. And give you my concerns on why this sport is barbaric and somebody's going to fucking die if they don't get it together. Let's see what's going on with Paige's IG. Why does she always get a lot of hate on her Instagram? God damn. I'm live real time, by the way. Here, let's do a jump cut.
We go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored the contest 28-28.
That was a draw.
This match is a unanimous draw.
Okay. So let me explain how this works before I get you some replays. Okay, so there are 3 rounds. You have to pick which hand that you're going to use to slap the shit out of somebody with. You can say right, you can say left, and then they have something called like a measuring, I forgot what they call it, where you place your hand on a person's face and then you can wind up 2 times, and then the 3rd time you're expected to slap the person. Well, they have something called clubbing, and oh my goodness, look what she did to her face. Let me go back 10 seconds. There's something they have called clubbing, is that if you use a wrist, go too high, go too low on the neck, you lose a point. This is what happened to Paige VanZant. In fact, that clubbing shot was the worst shot of the fight, which caused John Dodson's wife to have that big old mark on her face. So a lot of boxing fans and UFC fans are calling it barbaric because, see, here's the thing. What's going on is you're not allowed to move, you're not allowed to flinch, and you're taking the full blunt force trauma straight to your face, and that can't be good. For example, I'm going to go over to my Twitter here, and I'm going to show you a shot from earlier in the event, and then you'll get to understand basically where I'm coming from. Now, I gotta be careful because UFC like to copyright these videos. But basically, it's Thursday afternoon, 1:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're over in Abu Dhabi. UFC 308 is in a couple of days, so I'm guessing because it's a UFC run organization, meaning Power Slap and Zuffa, I'm guessing this is their way of promoting Power Slap. So let me go show you this right here. This was from earlier. Now watch this. I got to be careful with what I show because they will copyright you. Well, there you go. He just got the shit. So look, you can't defend yourself. You got to just stay there and eat it.
That you want to hit through the opponent. Look at that.
That's not cool. You know, so somebody going to get hurt. By the way, let's look at the replay. Let's see if I can find the replay here so you can see it in slow motion. Like it's crazy that this is like actual sport.
Hit through the opponent, knocked him out, and then he gave.
Now watch his face. Now I'm guessing what you're supposed to do is you got to tense up. You know, neck muscles, face, and it's best if you close your eyes because if you don't close your eyes, you can see the shot coming and you can possibly flinch, and you can lose a point if I'm correct for flinching too hard.
Through with the head because you want to hit through the opponent, which is precisely what he did there.
But then he's going to hit his head on the way down on the table. As you can see, he's going to hit his head on the way on the table.
Ooh, you see the head kind of rotate a little.
Which is why the table is cushioned. But just overall, it's just don't get me wrong, it's degenerate. By the way, here's my Twitter. Shameless plug. TstreeT Controversy. Link down below in the description box. I mean, it's a shameless I mean, how can I say it's a brutal sport. They even got rankings, but yet for an unhinged combat sport degenerate like me, you know, I'm all for it. Let's see. Let's go take a gander at their website. See, look, they got rankings, and you know, they got champions. This guy right here is the main event, I believe. Is he fighting? No, it's not him. Who's fighting tonight? I don't know. Hawaiian something. Well, it's Power Slap 9. So there you go. It's one of their main events. So they got rankings. Let me see. You got can I see your resume? 14-5. I mean, this is a real thing. I don't think it's ever going to hit mainstream. But then again, people said it about UFC. But for some reason, this is just off-putting. It just feels as though one day somebody's going to get really, really hurt. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.